Hello, once again, this is Tamara talking to you from throughtheeyesofdepression.org. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Breakthrough with Tamara. That's T-A-M-E-R-A, Breakthrough with Tamara, youtube.com. You can also go to my website, Through the Eyes of Depression, and there are over 300 posts that really help you to understand someone who suffers with a mental illness and what you can do to help them. So today, I just wanted to talk to you about how important it is to keep your head up and remember that even though some days seem like they're bad days, there will also be some good days. But what I want you to do, and I'm really talking to that person who may be up in the middle of the night watching me, who can't sleep, and who is just worried or concerned about something, and they just feel as though there's just not much left for them to do in this world. I'm speaking to you. So what I want you to know is that everyone has situations that they deal with in life, and how we handle the situation really determines the outcome. So I would like for you to start out by every single day have the same routine. So get up in the morning, put on some lively music, open up your curtains or your blinds, let the sun shine in, and just think about how productive and positive your day will be. I want you to think about that. It doesn't matter if somebody cuts you off on the road, if someone is rude to you, or if that nagging coworker is bothering you again. You have the ability to control how you react to certain people. So what I want you to do is concentrate on something that is positive, something that brings you joy, something that makes you feel good on the inside. And I want you to start focusing on that, because really, those who suffer with a mental illness, it's really something in our mind that is telling us certain statements, coming up with certain situations and certain ideas that likely are not true. And I experience them just the way that you do. And I'm not just perfect at getting over it. And sometimes I can be in a sad or depressed state for not necessarily a long period of time, but you know, they say that the eyes are the windows to your soul. And so sometimes you cannot shake off or put on that game mask or game face that we put on just about every single day. But in order to really stay ahead of the game, I talk about that a lot, you have to really be proactive about who you interact with, who you allow to give input in your life, and you need to be particularly careful about people who just always seem to bring their problems to you. Because what will happen is they will start to focus on their problems, and every time they come to talk with you, they'll have something to say that's going to either cause you to maybe either think about your own situation or bring you down, or you may spend more time worrying or concerned about them, and that could cause you to have a somber mood as well. So you have to do everything that you can, pull out everything in your arsenal to keep yourself at an even keel. So when you feel yourself going down or wanting to sleep in or not go somewhere or do something, push through. You have to try your best to push through. And that's really what it is every single day, every other day. Sometimes it feels like every second you have to push through, because people who suffer from depression really need to have a re-imaging or rethinking in their mind, which is, of course, very difficult. But you have to perform certain tasks and do certain things in order to keep your mind in a positive state. And that's really what it's all about, is trying to stay as positive as possible realizing that every day doesn't have to be a bad day. It can be a challenging day. There can be circumstances or situations that come up that may throw you off your game, but you have to have a game plan of how you will get back in the game. So just remember that we all have situations that we have to deal with, but how we handle them is going to determine whether or not we're having a episode of depression that is only 15 minutes versus 30 minutes versus a week versus 2 weeks versus a month. So we really have control over that, but sometimes it's just easier said than done. And believe me, I understand. I've been there. I'm someone who deals with it on a regular basis as well. But I want to be here to encourage you because, as I've said before, suicide will be the #1 cause of death by the year 2020, and it's already happening all around the world where every 30 seconds someone is taking their life. And we must continue to do a mental health check of our loved ones. You know, this is September 2018, and it is actually Suicide Prevention Month. But we should be talking about this very delicate subject more than just in this month of September, because people all around the world are taking their lives and feeling like life just isn't worth living. So I want to encourage you today to stay in the game, keep your head up, go to my video, go to my YouTube channel, Breakthrough with Tamara, and subscribe. You can also find me at ttfightsdepression.blogspot.com, ttfightsdepression.blogspot.com. And so I'm doing all that I can. I have an Instagram, I have a Twitter, I have Reddit, and I also have Tumblr and Snapchat. So I'm doing all that I can to spread this message of awareness, because we must keep people from committing suicide. It's just too devastating for families and for that particular person, not knowing that their life can continue to improve and that life is worth living. So once again, signing off through the eyes of depression.org, Tamara Trotter. Take care.